5 Super Duty. In the near lane, Bill Kramer in a 76 Dodge Aspen 360. Gadashian wins with a 1378 at 100.78 to Kramer's 1796 at 73.05 miles per hour. In the far lane, Kenneth McCann in a 69 Hurst SC Rambler 394 speed. In the near lane, Gary Payne in a 69 Buick GS 400. The Buick takes the win with a 1420 at 94.93 to the Scramblers 1501 at 92.59. In the far lane, Victor Gilmino's 70 Cyclone Super Cobra Jet. In the near lane, Todd Rothroff in an 85 Olds 442. The Cyclone wins with a 1360 at 103.8 to a losing 1650 at 881.22. In the far lane, Jack Finder 67 Plymouth GTX 440. In the near lane, Dallas Johnson 66 Cyclone 394 speed. Johnson Cyclone wins at 1491, 91.37 to a losing 1676 at 79.85. In the far lane, Charlie Thomas in a 70 Chevelle SS 396. In the near lane, Gary Moore in a 67 Ford Shelby Mustang 289 automatic. The Ford takes the win at 1475, 93.36 to the Chevy 1622 at 87.89. In the far lane, Cliff Sebring in a 70 Superbird 446 pack. In the near lane, Richard Gray in a 70 Olds 442 automatic. The Superbird wins at 1433, 96.87 to Gray's 1467 at 94.43. In the far lane, John Mino in a 68 Firebird 400. In the near lane, Harold Boone in an 84 Regal Turbo. Mino's Ram Air 400 storms through the gears to win with an outstanding performance at 1263, 108.82 to the V6 Buick's 1566 at 86.20. In the far lane, Dave Lawson stages his 70 Cougar Eliminator 428 Cobra Jet. In the near lane, Tom Bunsey brings up his 69 AMX 394 speed. Lawson's Cougar gets there first at 1380, 99.11 to the AMX's 1513 at 91.18. In the far lane, Robert Klein in a 72 Hurst Olds W3442. In the near lane, Gary Patterson in a 69 Cobra Jet 428 Mustang. The Mustang wins at 14 flat 101.8 to the 442's 1486 at 92.97. Hello. A little bit of last minute adjustments here on this big tomorrow.
Okay, thanks a lot. We'll see you later.
In the far lane, Greg Bradford's 85 Z28 Camaro. In the near lane, Glenn Frohnheiser's 69 Dart GTS 440. The Camaro automatically wins at 1507, 90.63 to Frohnheiser's red light loss 1525, 92.87. In the far lane, Bill Wynn in a 68 Plymouth GTX 440. In the near lane, Larry Conley in a 70 Buick GSX 455 Stage 1. The GTX noses through first at 1387, 98.46 to the Buick's quicker 1378, 100 flat. In the far lane, Mike Moneypenny in a 69 AMX 390 automatic. In the near lane, Mickey Chrisman in a 69 428 CJ Mustang. The Mustang wins with a 1519, 71.94 to the AMX's 1718 at 58.32. In the far lane, Bill Newbecker's 66 GTO 389 Tri-Power. In the near lane, Diane Lawson's 69 Cougar 428 CJ. Newbecker takes the win at 1452, 94.33 to Diane's 1503 at 94.43. In the far lane, Dennis Sachs in a 69 Chevelle 396 350 automatic. In the near lane, Todd Bradford in an 85 Olds 442.
396 350 horse, 69 Chevelle, alongside that 307 powered Olds 442.
The Chevelle wins with a 1591 87.71 to the old 1635 82.34. In the far lane, Bruce Atkins 69 Roadrunner 446 pack. In the near lane, Chris Casperson 68 GTO convertible. The six-pack wins at 1414, 98.68 to the GTO's 1564 at 88.32. In the far lane, Jim Rakowski in a 69 Cougar Eliminator. In the near lane, Brad Hillick in a 70 Trans Am Javelin. Cougar wins at 15:42, 93.45 to the Javelin, 16:33, 65.98. In the far lane, Mike Benet in an 86 Grand National Turbo. In the near lane, Bill Bartels in a 62 Ford 406 3 Deuces. The V6 wins 14:19, 97.93 to the Ford, 17:92 at 82.49.
62 miles, 500, 406, 405 horsepower.
In the far lane, Linda Jacobs in a 70 Buick GS Stage 1 automatic. In the near lane, Tim Davis in a 71 Dodge Demon 344 speed.
340 cubic inch wedge powered entry.
The Grand Sport takes the win at 1394, 97.5 to the Dodges, 1487, 95.34. In the far lane, Dan Ewing, 70 Cuda 446 pack automatic. In the near lane, Satoli Glassmeyer in a 70 AMX 394 speed. Ewing's Cuda comes out on top, 1480, 92.68 to the AMX's 1562, 91.56. The 86 Supercar Showdown ran like a well-oiled machine. In the far lane, Bill Brown in a 71 Pontiac Grand Prix. In the near lane, Jim Umstead in a 66 Chevelle SS 396 Power Glide.
From Fairview Park, Ohio, gets the win on the win side.
Umstead takes the automatic win, 1568, 87.12 as Brown fouls with a 1524, 91.27. In the far lane, Bob Myers in a 70 Cyclone Spoiler 429 Super Cobra Jet. In the near lane, John Emmerich in a 79 Hurst Olds. Myers gets there first with a 1586, 92.3 to a 1640, 83.17. In the far lane, Gary Ippolito's 66 Pontiac Grand Prix 389 automatic. In the near lane, Bill Bartels in a 68 Shelby GT 500 Mustang.
428, 335 horsepower.
Bartels takes the win at 1524, 93.65 to 1685, 80.35. In the far lane, Jeff Jones in a 69 Roadrunner 383 automatic. In the near lane, John Chamberlain in a Buick GS Stage 1 automatic. Chamberlain rips a 1347 100.67 to Jones, 1459 at 94.04. In the far lane, Dan Martins in a 70 Olds 442 W30 Ram Air pace car. In the near lane, Rich Tremelina in a 70 Challenger RT 440. The Olds comes out ahead at 1511 93.36 to the Dodges 1522 at 90.63. In the far lane, Steven Siegel in a 71 Cuda 426 Street Hemi automatic. In the near lane, Dave Phillips in a 66 Chevy Biscayne 427 four-door 4-speed. The big Chevy wins with a 1414 97.51 to a 1405 at 99 miles an hour flat. In the far lane, Bob Malek, 66 Pontiac 2+2 421 automatic. In the near lane, John Cherry in a 68 Charger RT Hemi 4-speed. Cherry's Hemi takes the win at 1372, 101.35 to the Pontiac's 1599, 85.38. In the far lane, Dave Urbach in a 71 Mercury Comet 302 automatic. In the near lane, Jim Jennings in a 69 Buick GS convertible.
JJ's drive-through. The owner?
The Buick takes the win at 1591, 87.12 to the Comet 1664 at 76.01 miles per hour. In the far lane, Leroy Savely's 7442 W30 automatic. In the near lane, Eric Rainey's 70 Mustang Mach 1 428. The Mustang wins at 1411, 99.45 to the 442's 1511 at 92.30 miles per hour. The far lane, Jim Cameron in a 71 GTO Judge 455. In the near lane, Rusty Sims in a 69 Camaro ZL1 427 4-speed. Sims takes the automatic win at 15:11, 66.3 to Cameron's red light 16:03, 94.14. A few cars in the showdown were old enough to be considered antiques. Let's take a look at one beautiful example. We're talking with Joel Cox from Elyria, Ohio. Dodge Charger 400 automatic. The Grand Sport wins with a 1480 93.84 to the Dodge's 1550 90.09. In the far lane, Paul Wolonsky in a 69 440 GTX convertible. In the near lane, Bill Klepper in a 70 Olds 442 W30 convertible. The 442 records the win at 1405 98.36 to the GTX 1472 93.26. In the far lane, Bill Bartels in a 70 Mustang Boss 302. On the near lane, Craig Kontafalski in a 71 Dodge Demon 340. The Demon wins with a 1437 97.89 to the Mustangs 1538 95.54. In the far lane, Dan Gardlebane in a 69 GTO 404 speed. In the near lane, Dave Peisel in a 70 Chevelle LS6 454 automatic. The GTO red lights 1433 97.08, and the Chevelle takes the automatic win at 1413 97.40. In the far lane, Todd Smith's 67 GTO 400 automatic. In the near lane, Don Markey's 68 Shelby Mustang 428 automatic.
Left-hand side,
the GTO wins with a 1486 93.84 to the Shelby's red light 1619 92.49. In the far lane, Tom Baumgarten a 68 Plymouth GTX Hemi automatic. In the near lane, Andy Zarman a 69 Olds 442 automatic. The GTX wins with a 1365 102 to the 442's 1412 97.82 miles per hour. In the far lane, Bill Breidenfield in a 69 Camaro 427 425 4-speed. In the near lane, Terry Matthews 70 Dodge Dart 340 automatic. This year's showdown brought small blocks and big blocks together in what many would consider 9 to the Dodge's 1503 91.55. In the far lane, Bob Brandel in a 67 W30 442 automatic. In the near lane, Gil Leiber in an 86 Buick Regal Turbo. The Olds edges Buick with a 1381 98.03 to a 1396 99.11. In the far lane, Cheryl Schnitzer in a 68 Hemi automatic Roadrunner. In the near lane, John George in a 66 Tri-Power GTO convertible. Cheryl wins with a 1487 97.40 to the GTO's identical 1487 96.87. In the far lane, Dave Nuggles 69 Ford Talladega 428 CJ. In the near lane, Dave Brannon in the 67 Charger 440 automatic. The Dodge takes the win with a 1535 89.10 to the Ford's losing 1558 at 80.86 miles per hour. In the far lane, Tibor Ellinger in a 73 Super Duty 455 Trans Am. In the near lane, Scott Darville in a 68 Mustang 428 CJ. Ellinger takes out the Mustang 1355 100.22 to a 1387 100.11. There were several husband and wife teams at the showdown. Richard and Dion Gray from New Orleans, Louisiana brought a convertible 350 automatic. In the near lane, Ken Martin in an 86 Regal Turbo V6.
Dean Gray out of New Orleans. Alongside Ken Martin from Anderson, Illinois.
Martin goes through first at 1507 91.55 to Dion 1666 79.92. In the far lane, Dave Wolf in a 67 Satellite 383 automatic. In the near lane, Sal Alzarelli in a 70 Olds W30 convertible.
442, Sal will be the winner. It's a foul start for Dave Wolf. And we move on down as our next pair comes to the starting line.
The Olds wins at 1409 97.61 to a fouling 1601 85.30. In the far lane, Steve Banasak in a 69 428 Grand Prix. In the near lane, Dennis Roy in a 71 Mach 1 351 CJ.
From West Haven, Connecticut. 71 Mustang Mach 1.
The Mustang wins with a 1497 91.28 to the Pontiac's 1511 at 93.75. In the far lane, Dwight Wallace's 69 Z28 Camaro 302 small block 4-speed. In the near lane, Dale Collins in a 70 Buick Grand Sport Stage 1 automatic big block. And we have a small war of nerves here on the starting line as they creep carefully into the staging beams. Driver psychology in action as each driver hopes to unnerve the other before the tree counts down. Collins Buick romps to an easy 1325 100.70 win over the Camaro's 1754 at 80 miles per hour flat.
Lane takes the win, 1325. Dale Collins, your winner. 69.5.
In the far lane, Rick Schreiner's 69 Roadrunner 446 pack 4-speed. In the near lane, Gene Rivers in a 69 Dodge RT 440 automatic. The Dodge wins at 1435 96.67 to the Plymouth's 1462 97.61. In the far lane, Dan Monroe in a 69 GTO Ram Air 400 4-speed. In the near lane, Gene Wynn in a 69 Dodge Coronet RT 440 automatic.
69 Dodge RT takes the win.
The Dodge takes the automatic win as the GTO red lights on a 1376 100.67. In the far lane, Roland Boughton in a 69 Plymouth GTX 440 automatic. In the near lane, Vic Coons in a 69 Corvette 427 3.2 barrels and a 4-speed.
Takes the win with that Plymouth GTX.
The Plymouth automatically wins at 1464 92.11 to the Corvette's red light 1432 100.11 miles an hour. In the far lane, Norman Deal in a 70 Buick GS Stage 1. In the near lane, Jerry Dick in a 69 Fairlane 428 Cobra Jet. Deal's Grand Sport takes the win with a quick 1320 100.89 to the Ford's 1410 at 96.98 miles per hour. In the far lane, Paul Keller in a 67 Plymouth GTX 440 automatic. In the near lane, Dan Foley in a 67 Coronet RT 440 automatic. Keller's GTX takes the win at 1486 91.64 to Foley's 1519 at 92.12. In the far lane, Jeff Bercier in a 69 GTO Ram Air 4-4-speed. In the near lane, Jim Manser in a 70 Buick GS Stage 1 convertible.
Well, with the Buick convertible snapping the Christmas tree there on the right-hand side.
Manser takes the win 1420 96.67 to the GTO's 1452 98.14. In the far lane, Norm Verhage in a 68 Barracuda 340 convertible. In the near lane, Fran Preve in an 85 Corvette 350 automatic. We talked to Fran before the race. We're talking
Island, New York.
Preve gets there first at 1465 93.16 to the Cuda's 1505 at 91.37 miles per hour. In the far lane, Jeff Gilgan, 68 Chevelle 396 354 speed. In the near lane, Gary Cole, 74 Buick Grand Sport 455 Stage 1. The Buick wins at 1486 93.36 to the Chevy 1492 95.33. In the far lane, Patrick Riley in a 69 Fairlane 428 SCJ automatic. In the near lane, Liz Frohnheiser in an 85 Shelby Charger. Riley's Cobra Jet wins at 1416 99.33 to Frohnheiser's 1710 at 81.22 miles per hour. In the far lane, Jerry Hurd Jr. in a 68 Barracuda 344 speed. In the near lane, Dan Jensen in a 71 Pontiac T37 455 HO. Jensen wins with a scorching 1339 101.01 to Hurd's 1508 92.97. In the far lane, Bob Metzger Jr. in a 71 Trans Am 455 HO automatic. In the near lane, Bruce Wilson in a 70 Buick GSX Stage 1.
Gaithersburg, Maryland, with the 70 Buick GSX.
Wilson gets there first, 13:49, 98.57 to the Trans Am's 14:43, 96.15. In the far lane, George McCabe in a 69 Torino Cobra 428. In the near lane, Michael Cord in a 69 Charger RT 440 automatic. The RT edges the Torino, 14:51, 97.29 to 14:64, an identical 97.29. In the far lane, George Eberst in a 67 Plymouth GTX Hemi convertible. In the near lane, Don Fezel in a 70 Chevelle 454 automatic. The Hemi wins at 14:08, 98.03 to the Chevelles 14:72 at 92.59. In the far lane, Dave Wallace in a 71 Mach 1 429 CJ. In the near lane, Bob Karakashian in a 69 Super B 446 pack.
446 pack powered 1969 Dodge Super B.
Karakashian wins with a 1370 86.12 to Wallace's 1483 95.23. In the far lane, George Harrison in a 70 GTX 440 automatic. In the near lane, Dennis Jensen in a 70 GTO Judge Ram Air 4 automatic. We talked to Dennis the day before the race. We're talking with Dennis Jensen from Grand Rapids, Michigan, the proud owner of a beautiful
with the GTO Judge Pontiac.
And as Denny predicted, he turns a 1427 100 flat to the GTX's losing 1438 95.74. In the far lane, Mike McCulloch in a 69 Chevelle 396 354 speed. In the near lane, Tony Berner in a 70 Buick GS 455.
On the running on the speed contestant side.
The Chevelle wins at 1364 101.01 to the Grand Sports 1547 87.04. In the far lane, Chris Balgard in a 70 Duster 344 speed. In the near lane, Tom Hulsman in a 71 Challenger 446 pack 4 speed. Balgard wins at 1428 95.74 to 1431 98.57. In the far lane, Gary Karn, the 71 Monte Carlo 454 365 automatic. In the near lane, Art Chiaffi in an 85 Mustang 302 5 speed. Karn's Monte Carlo wins at 1550 87.71 to the Mustang 1724 81.89 miles per hour.
1550 on the speed contestant side.
In the far lane, Joe Weiss Jr. in a 60 Pontiac Ventura 389 automatic. In the near lane, Chuck Wojtek in an 84 Grand National Turbo Buick.
Joe Weiss, the Chesterland, Ohio, an attorney, alongside Charles Wojtek of Oak Park. Oak Park, Michigan, I would guess.
Weiss wins with a 1658 80.21 to Wojtek's quicker 1628 85.63. In the far lane, Bernie Seal in a 69 Buick GS California 350. In the near lane, Ron Bruns in a 67 Cornet Hemi automatic. The Dodge wins with a 1398 98.04 to the Buick's 1464 92.78. In the far lane, Mike McCarty in a 65 Catalina 421 Tri-Power. In the near lane, Mike Banasak in a 73 Corvette 454 LS4 4-speed. The big Catalina wins at 1444 94.93 to the Vets 1482 88.84. In the far lane, Lloyd McVeigh in a 66 Satellite 426 Hemi automatic. In the near lane, Patricia Goff in a 70 Mustang 351 4-speed. McVeigh's Hemi wins at 1362 100.22 to the Mustang 17.41 83.79 miles per hour. In the far lane, Bill Wilson, 65 GTO 389 Tri-Power 4-speed. In the near lane, Tom Martin in an 86 Grand National Turbo. The Regal wins with a 1453 95.13 to the GTO's 1519 87.89. In the far lane, Melinda Kowal in a 70 Torino 429 SCJ convertible. In the near lane, Jack Schnitzer in a 63 Dodge Polara 426 Max Wedge. Qual wins at 1488, 93.55 as Schnitzer has problems and takes the first turnoff road. In the far lane, John Shellhorn, a 68 Roadrunner 383 automatic. In the near lane, Tom Slow in a 71 Corvette 454 automatic. Slow's Vet wins with a not-so-slow 1410 101.01 to a 1568 87.20.
1410, 101 miles an hour wing time for Tom Slow. The 71 bet is John Shellhorn goes out. Here's our next pair.
In the far lane, Joe DeAngelis in a 67 GTO 400 automatic convertible. In the near lane, Steve Luther in a 70 Charger RT 426 Hemi automatic. The RT wins with a 1353 103.68 to the GTO's 1476 94.04. In the far lane, Paul Suloff in a 69 Roadrunner Hemi automatic. In the near lane, John Temple III in a 74 Torino 460 automatic.
219 horsepower entry, and he fouled start, and Suloff is your winner, left-hand side.
Suloff wins easily with a 1334 106.25 to the Torino's red lighting 20.50 56.78 miles per hour. In the far lane, Steve Schoenig in a 69 Shelby GT500 CJ automatic. In the near lane, John Slickerveer also in a 69 GT500 automatic.
In case you don't recognize John tucked out in that car, he is, of course, a Goodyear.
Slickerveer wins at 1382 98.03 to losing 1519 91.18 miles per hour. In the far lane, Ron Meyer's 70 Mustang Boss 302 4-speed. In the near lane, Anatol Vasilyev's 69 Coronet RT Hemi convertible.
Standby call for the drivers in the Gamblers race to be by your race car. Standby to Gamblers to be by your race car.
Vasilyev wins with a 15 flat 93.84 to the Mustang 1701 84.03 miles per hour. In the far lane, Dave Hampton in a 68 Shelby 427 390 horse automatic. In the near lane, Richard Mitchell in a 69 Charger RT 440. The Shelby wins at 1440 91.74 to the Dodge's 1511 87.89. In the last race of round one in the far lane, Bill Weissman in a 67 Coronet Hemi convertible. In the near lane, John Garrick in a 69 Super B 446 pack automatic.
John Garrick from Middleburg Heights, Ohio, with a Dodge Super B.
The six-pack squeaks through to win with a 1469 92.87 to the Hemi's 1489 97.40.